How's it going, everyone? I'm back again with another video for y'all. Today I'm gonna be working on the BRZ today and a little bit on the Integra. I'm gonna get the drive shaft put on the Integra. Maybe tomorrow take it to the racetrack. Let's see how that goes. I gotta change the wheels on that, and I gotta change the height. I have it set up for the big old tires right there, so I'm gonna lower that today, see if I get that taken care of. I'm gonna lower it, tires, get drive shaft put on, and then on the BRZ here, I'm planning on getting some of the gaskets put on. So, I never put the exhaust manifold gasket on, and then the turbo manifold for the flange itself. Here, let me see if I get a better view on it while I'm talking about. So I was gonna get the turbo off and put a, let's see if I get that on camera. Get a gasket put in here between that flange and then on the exhaust right here. I'm gonna get the piping done on this. Still gotta get this coolant hose sleeve with a heat protection because I don't want to burn up at all. Looks like the camera changed and accidentally made me get my whole face in there, but yeah. So I plan on getting some of the stuff put in today. Get that blow off put in. I think there's going to be a air temp sensor I got to put in here. Like a boost controller is going to get put right here, I think, and I got a couple of those I could put in. I'm trying to think what else needs to be done. Yeah, like I mentioned on the Integra itself, I'm gonna get the drive shaft put in. If you guys don't know, a couple weeks ago went to the racetrack and had a little freak accident. The front piece of the drive shaft broke off when I did a launch on it. So I'm gonna get that put on, make sure that's all taken care of. Trying to see what else needs to be done here. Probably just check all the couplers, make sure everything's tight, all the bands. Let's see if maybe today, I'm not sure, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'll get like a little startup video. If I don't, it's not really a big deal. I'm gonna get as much as I can done before I gotta go pick up my motorcycle from the shop. They're gonna get the brakes done, the rotors are getting replaced, fork seals. What else is getting done on that bike? I think they're gonna do the chain and whatnot. So I'm gonna let them take care of that today. That way I don't have to worry about it. I could get two birds, one stone. I'm gonna get the cars taken care of and let the bike get taken care of at the shop. But let's see if I get some progress done here. I'm gonna get the piping done, gaskets put in, probably put some sensors. I gotta get a oil feed on this, make sure there's oil going on the turbo, and then oil drain. I got a drain adapter. It's gonna go in this area over here. So I'm gonna take this off right here. The adapter is gonna get put in right here. It's gonna drain from the turbo down here. I got all the lines and stuff and whatnot inside the house. And I think I'm gonna use this as my oil feed. So I'm gonna take off this sensor here. I think this is for the oil pressure. That's gonna come off. And put the adapter on there, get that put on, oil feed on top, drain right here, get some of the piping put on. Maybe some other day I'll put the vacuum lines on, but I think for now I'm just gonna get some stuff done. I don't really have a goal in mind how much I'm gonna get done. I was gonna just go with the flow and whatever needs to be done, or whatever I can't do today until they call me to go pick up the bike. So let's get it started. And yeah, my bad, Hector. I'll give a little shout out to Hector. I didn't buy any Hot Wheels, but these are the ones from the previous video. I'll probably get these put up today too. That way you can see them put up on the wall. But yeah, sorry to let you down on that one. I'm gonna get some new Hot Wheels put in. Maybe later this weekend, who knows? Maybe when I go to the store and go buy some groceries. But just a little shout out to Hector. I was gonna start this video. This heat got to me a little bit. So I got the storm cooler running in the background with the water running through it. I'm gonna set up this tent right here to cover the tools. I don't want them burning up. So I'm gonna do like a little time lapse probably. Like I mentioned before, I'm gonna get this turbo off and manifold off because the gasket's in there. But yeah, let's get this started. And hopefully I get a video in. My other phone right now said it over temp because it's too hot, so I might need to throw it in the freezer or something, let it cool down a little bit. But let's see if I get a video in today. If I can't, then fuck it. Alright, so I got the turbo off right here. A little surface rust, not a big deal. It's been sitting here for a minute, so I'm not too concerned about it. A little surface rust, but yeah. Turbo off, manifold off, wastegate off. I'm going to, let's see. I had to get some studs put in here, so I gotta find some bolts. I'm gonna take place of the exhaust side right here. I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4. That one could probably stay. It's gotta add some more. Like I said, I'm gonna get a gasket put in here, bolts put in. I gotta take this sensor off for the pressure switch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the T put in. The T is gonna take the spot here, and that's gonna be our feed. And I'm gonna see if I could probably leave that in there. I think I still need to have it in there. Yeah, oil pressure sensor is gonna be put there, so I gotta probably take this off and put a different sensor anyways. So I need to put I think it's a Bosch sensor. Could be wrong, but I'll take the spot of this right here. So here we go. I was thinking about it right now. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to put random bolts in or just random screws or whatever. So what I'm thinking is, what I'll do is I'll go on Amazon or one of the online part stores and get some actual studs for this, because I don't want to put random stuff in here. And I'd rather do it once correctly the first time than have to come back and do it again to find out there's a leak somewhere or one of the bolts snapped or whatever, and putting in proper stuff. And on top of that too, the reason why I also want to take a break is because I got to put a sleeve on here, and it don't make sense for me to put everything on, all the turbo stuff, manifold and everything, and then have to take it back off again and have to re-sleeve this. So it really don't make sense for me to do all that. So what I'm thinking about doing is probably taking a break on this. I'm gonna get the sleeve put on for the coolant piping there. I gotta add some more line to this anyways. I think I have it inside the car, but I'm gonna get that taken care of first before I even try to put everything on. Like, it really don't make sense to just, you know, move forward and reverse. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm probably just gonna take a break here on this at least and get the right studs, sleeve the coolant piping there before I even get everything put in, because it really don't make sense to move forward and reverse. So what I'll probably do is take a break from this and then get to work on the Integra over there. I'm gonna get the drive shaft put on. I think I gotta weld a little bit on that, and then I'm gonna get the car lowered as well. So give me 1 second. So I just end up putting it back. I don't want to have this sitting out on the counter somewhere, or sitting on top of here or whatever, having a bunch of mess everywhere. So I'm gonna put it back for now. Like I said, I'm gonna move on to the Integra over there. So I'm gonna leave this here for now. I'm gonna get that sleeve and get the bolts ordered, and then maybe the next video I'll get that put in. Like I said, I don't want to do this 4 times, 2, 3, 4 times. So it may only make sense for me to do it once and do it right the first time. So I'm gonna leave this here how it is. All right, guys. So I end up taking off the yoke on the viscous coupler up there, and then this is the front end of the drive shaft, as you can see right here if I put it next to each other. So here's my theory of what happened. Like I mentioned earlier, is that there was a mishap that happened at the racetrack. I think what happened is that because the car is somewhat raised up, like this being the front wheels, I think what happened was when I launched the vehicle, the drive shaft, since it's up in this angle a little bit, slipped out, and what ended up happening was it came out of the front end of this piece here, and that's obviously no good. When it slipped out, it came out and undid itself. Drive shaft was spinning like crazy. Broke off the ear off of this yoke here. And then the drive shaft completely separated itself from the vehicle. But with this new one here, what I plan on doing, like I said, is lowering the vehicle. And what I'm gonna do is probably take a little easier on that launch. I think what I'm doing was, since I'm so used to launching the Double X right here in front of me, I'm used to launching it at like 5,300 RPM, and I think the Integra is set at, I think, like 7,000 or some crazy high RPM. I gotta get that adjusted too. Maybe that's what the problem is too, is I have it set too high. But I'm gonna get it lower down on the K Pro and then lower down on the actual height of the vehicle as well. I'm gonna get this put in, and we're just gonna make sure everything is good underneath there before I complete all the way through, because it did separate itself, and when it did separate, drive shaft was spinning like crazy, and then it ended up putting a couple dings underneath, but there's no crazy holes or anything too crazy. But like I said, I'm gonna just make sure everything's fine underneath, and make sure that the viscous is fine. But that's just my theory. This is the front end, like I put these two together, as you can see here. So it is what it is. I was struggling a little bit on that front end right here on the drive shaft, and I was trying to figure out why the bolts weren't going in and wasn't going flush. Then I realized the old front piece just has a dome to it. It doesn't have any grooves like the new one does. So instead of punching this down, instead of punching it down into place where I think where it needs to be, I'll just take this one off and put it here. All it does is serve its purpose is to cover the bearings right here and all that grease. So that's why I was struggling so much. I was for the longest time trying to figure out why it wasn't going in. So I'm gonna take this one off and put this one on there on the front end here, and then that should be it to get the drive shaft on. That's why it was taking me for so long. I'm like, there's no way it's taking me this long to get it on. But I'm gonna take this one off and do it right now. Alright guys, well, I'm going to have to apologize up front because my camera keeps overheating. Anyways, I got the drive shaft put on, as you can see here. I got the bolts put in, and I got the slipped on to the viscous up here. I got that all taken care of. Anyways, I gotta get this car off the jack stands in a minute. I'm gonna lower the front end a little bit. And as you can tell here, I got a bunch of grease everywhere from the previous drive shaft exploding. But yeah, let me do a time lapse if I can. If I have a phone that's not going to overheat on me. It is 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is pretty warm out here, so I can't blame the phone for overheating so much. But let's get a time lapse if I can. I'm gonna put the phone in the freezer and let it cool down a little bit. Alright, it's got done lowering it about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. For now, I got the passenger side done. Pretty simple. I had to improvise a little bit because I don't have the spanner wrenches to lower it the right way, but it would help out if I did have the spanner wrench, but I got it done, so it's not really a big concern. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other side now, and what I'm gonna do is probably leave the wheels off for now because I need to go get them changed out with the 888s to match them with the rears. Let me show you. 888s are back here. I got a new set Toyos I'm gonna put in to match the rears, and then these are also going to be lower as well. That way there's not so much fender gap. But definitely gonna take me a couple minutes to get this figured out on this side, and then maybe I go drop off the wheels at the discount tire, see if they can go switch them out for me. But yeah, stay tuned. I just had a light bulb in my head go out. Why would I go to discount tire when I could just take the valve stems out myself, break the beads, take the tires off, and do it myself? I forgot I used to work at a tire shop. It's actually real simple. I'm sure I could do this here in my garage. I probably wouldn't even go to discount tire. I'm just gonna do this here in my garage. Real simple to take these things off. Give me 1 second, I'll show you. Well, I tried my best, and as far as I got one side off. I guess I overestimated my abilities. It's been a while since I've done tires, but I got the tires, I mean the beads already broken off. Now I probably got to get some tie rods and pull them off, but I could definitely use some right tools. So where I'm at right now is I already lowered the passenger side, and driver's side is already done. I did that off camera, but thinking about calling it a day right now. It is pretty warm out here. I'm over here sweating like a pig. They just called me anyways from the dealer to go pick up my bike, so I'm gonna go do that right now. I'm ending this video here right now. You guys have a good day and have a good weekend.